Missouri's football camp continued to roll along Tuesday, and we got to speak with assistant coaches after practice. It's always enlightening to talk to the men in charge of those position groups. One of them I talked to was Andy Hill, who said Lee Summit graduate and reigning Simone winner Drew Lock is doing extremely well in his transition to the college level. He's digging into the playbook. In practice, he knows where the ball should go and is delivering it on time and with a good tight spiral. Still remains to be seen whether they'll end up redshirting him or whether he finds himself somewhere on the depth. Currently he's 6, but I would expect him to move up at least a little bit after the scrimmage on Saturday, based on what I've seen in some position drills so far. Another true freshman who's expected, who big things are expected from, is Terry Beckner Jr. Craig Kuligowski said that he's already one of the best pass rushing defensive tackles on Missouri's roster. Of course, when he was at East St. Louis, he didn't face the same kind of competition he's facing here. He overmatched guys, quite frankly, more often than not. That's not always going to be the case at the college level. That's certainly not the case when he's going against the number one offensive line. He's also competing against a much higher caliber, fellow defensive tackle for reps on this Missouri roster. So he's still trying to figure that out a little bit. But Kuligowski believes that they've got something special once everything clicks into place for Beckner Jr. As far as the wide receivers go, they were plagued by some inconsistency. They were plagued by some drops early in camp. But those issues seem to be getting ironed out, offensive coordinator Josh Henson said. I'd expect at least one or more of the freshmen, Justin Smith, Jonathan Joseph, Rashad Floyd, and Emmanuel Hall, to make an impact. Pat Washington said they need some guys to fill out the depth at slot and on the outside, so that opens up an opportunity for some of those freshmen, much like Nate Brown last year, who's expected to be the starting receiver in the slot this year for Missouri. On the offensive line, A.J. Ricker played musical chairs during the spring with those guys, but he is not doing that right now. He said today that he's going to keep those guys in the same position all the way through Saturday's scrimmage. He's not going to mess with anything right now. He's going to give those guys a chance to go out on the field and prove themselves without having to deal with changing positions and all that kind of stuff this week in camp. But expect some big changes when practice resumes next Monday. Among them, Malik Queller, the junior college transfer from City College of San Francisco. He's currently working behind Connor McGovern as the backup left tackle, but A.J. Ricker believes that he could play either tackle or guard spot, and that he just might be one of the 5 best guys, that he certainly has looked the part of the starter early in camp. So, he could end up shifting to maybe left guard and being the number one guy there coming out of camp. So there could be some significant changes to that part of the depth chart by the time we talk again next week. Be sure to keep coming back to KansasCityStar.com for more updates as Missouri's camp progresses.